It's Friday night. You're at the gas station filling up your tank. You see that Powerball jackpot, $500 million. Your hand reaches for your wallet before your brain even catches up. 20 bucks, 10 tickets, done. You're smiling in your car, already planning what you'd do with that money. New house? Travel the world? Maybe help your parents retire? Now flip the script. Monday morning. Your coworker says, "Hey, you should invest $20 a week. Historical returns are around 10% annually." Suddenly, you freeze. What if I lose it all? What if the market crashes? I don't know how this works. That sounds risky. Wait, you just bet $20 on 1 in 292 million odds without blinking. But a proven investment strategy? That's what scares you? Here's the truth. Your brain isn't broken. It's just wired wrong for money. And I'm about to show you exactly why 62% of Americans will gamble, but won't invest. Look, I need you to understand something right off the bat. This isn't a video telling you, you're stupid for buying lottery tickets. I'm not here to shame you. I'm not your financial advisor wagging my finger at you. I'm here because there's something deeply messed up happening in America right now. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Here's what I mean. Last year, 2024, Americans spent $113.3 billion on lottery tickets. That's billion with a B. According to the North American Association of State and Provincial Lotteries, that number keeps climbing every single year. Now, at the same time, about 27% of Americans have zero emergency savings. Not a small amount. Literally zero. That's data from Bankrate's 2025 Emergency Savings Report. Let me connect those dots for you. We're spending over $100 billion, collectively, on tickets with a 1 in 292 million chance of winning, while more than a quarter of us can't cover a $400 emergency expense. That's not a personal finance problem. That's a psychological crisis. And here's the part that really gets me. Only 62% of younger American adults have any money in the stock market, according to Gallup's 2024 survey. That means 38% of adults have zero exposure to the market that's created more wealth than any system in human history. So let me get this straight. We'll spend $113 billion on guaranteed losses, but we won't invest in proven gains? Something is deeply broken here, and today, I'm going to show you exactly what it is. I call it the lottery trap, and you're probably caught in it right now. Before we go any further, I need you to see the actual numbers. Because this isn't about theory. This is about your money. $113.3 billion on lottery tickets in 2024. But here's the kicker. According to research from The Motley Fool, Americans spend more on lottery tickets than on music, books, sports teams, movies, and video games combined. Think about that. We spend more on losing tickets than on literally all entertainment. Here's where it gets really dark. According to Gallup, 87% of Americans earning over $100,000 own stocks, but only 28% of Americans earning under $50,000 do. Rich people invest, poor people gamble, and the gap just keeps growing. The Federal Reserve's 2024 report shows that only 55% of Americans have emergency savings to cover 3 months of expenses. Meanwhile, we spent $113 billion last year hoping to get lucky. The Motley Fool calculated this. If you invest just $20 per month in an S&P 500 index fund over 30 years, that grows to approximately $27,400 at historical 10% average returns. But if you spend that same $20 per month on lottery tickets, you walk away with nothing. Actually, worse than nothing. Because of inflation, you've lost purchasing power too. Here's the most brutal one. According to lottery statistics research, about 70% of lottery winners end up going broke, and 44% spend their entire fortune in less than 5 years. So even when the system works, it doesn't work. The lottery isn't a path to wealth. It's a trap that keeps you poor. And the scary part? It's designed that way. Now you might be thinking, okay, but hasn't it always been this way? No. Actually, no. Let me show you how this got so much worse. Back in 1990, Americans spent about $20 billion on lottery tickets. That's a lot, but stay with me. At that time, only 25% of households owned stocks directly. And here's the thing. Investing was genuinely hard back then. You had to call a broker on a landline, pay $50 to $100 per trade, Have at least $5,000 just to open an account. Wait days for trades to settle. The excuse made sense. Investing is for rich people. I can't afford a broker. Fast forward to 2024. Lottery spending? $113.3 billion. That's a 470% increase. Stock ownership? 62% of adults, higher than ever. But here's what changed. Investing is now free. Zero commissions on trades. $1 minimum investments with fractional shares. Apps you download in 2 minutes. YouTube tutorials explaining everything. So we made investing easier than ordering pizza, and somehow made the problem worse. Here's why. The 2008 wound never healed. Millennials watched their parents lose homes and retirement accounts. That fear stuck. Lottery marketing got smarter. In 1990, the biggest jackpot ever was $106 million. Now we see billion-dollar jackpots regularly. Bigger numbers equals more tickets sold. We got paralyzed by choice. Now there are 47 different investment strategies, crypto versus stocks, ETFs versus index funds. And your brain just shuts down. Instant gratification took over. Lottery results in 3 hours. Investment results in 30 years. We're not wired for that anymore. So here's the brutal truth. In 1990, people didn't invest because they literally couldn't. In 2024, people don't invest because they choose not to. We removed every external barrier except the one that matters most, the fear in your head. And meanwhile, state governments are collecting your $113 billion. Okay, let me paint you a picture, because I think this is the easiest way to understand what's happening. Imagine you're standing in your backyard with 2 buckets and a hose. Bucket number 1 has a giant hole in the bottom. Water pours out as fast as you pour it in. You can literally watch your water, disappear. It's been sitting there for 30 years and it's still empty. But here's the thing. Every Friday you walk up to this bucket, turn on the hose and think, maybe this time it'll fill up before it all drains out. It never does. You know it won't. But it feels exciting. You can see what's happening. You're in control. And hey, the label says, instant millionaire if this works. Bucket number 2. Solid bucket, no holes. Has a lid on top with a lock. Label says, put water in monthly. Don't open for 30 years. Guaranteed 10 times more water inside. It's backed by 150 years of data. But you walk past it every single day. Why? What if there's a hole I can't see? What if someone steals the water? What if I need that water next week? What if the bucket explodes? So you never use it. Here's the brutal reality. You're more comfortable watching your money disappear through a visible hole than trusting a proven system you can't watch every second. After 30 years, bucket number 1, you poured in $31,200. That's $20 a week for 30 years. It's empty. But you got to dream. Bucket number 2, you poured in the same $31,200. Open the lid, $113,780 inside at 8% average annual return. But you never used it because it had a lid. This is the lottery trap. You're standing in your backyard, filling a bucket with a hole in it, ignoring the perfectly good bucket right next to you. Because at least you can see the hole, the invisible possibility of success. That's what terrifies you. Now here's where this gets really dark. Because the lottery trap isn't an accident. Someone built it. Someone profits from it. I call them the dream dealer. And it's not who you think. The dream dealer isn't some shady casino owner or predatory corporation. It's your state government. Let me show you how they operate. You see billboards everywhere. Buy a ticket. You're funding schools. Support veterans. Play the lottery. Every dollar helps your community. They make it sound noble. Civic duty. You're a good citizen for gambling. But here's what they don't tell you. According to Federal Reserve data on New England lotteries, lottery proceeds make up less than 3% of state revenues. That school funding? It's marketing. A guilt-free permission slip to gamble. The dream dealer knows exactly who to hunt. Studies show lottery spending is highest in low-income neighborhoods. They put more retailers in poor zip codes, communities of color, areas with high unemployment. Why? Because people in lower income brackets spend a larger percentage of their income on tickets. The Motley Fool's data shows people making under $50,000 spend proportionally way more than people making over $100,000. The dream dealer sells hope to people who need it most and can afford it least. This isn't accidental. It's designed. Scratch-off tickets give you near misses. You match 2 out of 3 numbers. Your brain treats that like a win, even though you lost. You never know when you'll win $5 or $20. That unpredictability? Same mechanism as slot machines. Your brain gets addicted to the uncertainty. Now let's talk about what's happening inside your head. Because this isn't about you being dumb. Your brain is actually doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's just doing it in 2024 with 200,000-year-old software. The trap is called loss aversion, but I call it the visible loss effect. Here's how it works. Your brain treats a $100 loss as 2 times more painful than a $100 gain feels good. Neuroscience literally shows it lights up your pain centers differently. But here's the twist. You're more afraid of potential invisible losses than guaranteed visible losses. Let me show you. You're at the counter. Powerball is $500 million. Your brain goes, it's only $20. I know I'll probably lose it. But I can see what I'm losing, one $20 bill. Maybe I'll win. The loss is concrete, immediate, and accepted. You hand over the $20. It's gone. Brain processes it, moves on, and now you're daydreaming about yachts. Pain level, 3 out of 10. Now your coworker says, invest $20 a week in an index fund. Your brain immediately, what if the market crashes? What if I lose everything? What if I need that money? What if I pick the wrong fund? The loss is abstract, future, and terrifying. Your brain isn't imagining $20 disappearing. It's imagining watching your account drop 30% during a recession, reading headlines about crashes, feeling stupid for falling for it, losing money you can't see or control. Pain level, 9 out of 10. The brutal irony, lottery ticket has a 99.9999% chance you lose. Brain says, worth a shot. Index fund has a 90% plus historical chance you gain money over 10 plus years. Brain says, too risky. Why does this happen? When you invest, you can't see where your money is. It's in the market, some abstract cloud of numbers. Your lizard brain screams, if I can't see it, I can't protect it. Danger. Lottery ticket? You watch the $20 leave your hand. You're in control. Investment account? Your money is somewhere. Doing something? Invisible equals uncontrollable equals scary. If you buy a lottery ticket and lose, everyone loses. It's normal. Oh well, nobody wins anyway. No shame, no regret. But if you invest and the market drops 20%, now you're imagining your coworkers laughing, your spouse saying, I told you so, feeling like an idiot. You'd rather lose money the normal way than lose money the stupid way. Let me prove it with a test. Choice A, I give you $50 right now, guaranteed. Choice B, we flip a coin. Heads you get $100. Tails you get nothing. Most people pick A. The guaranteed $50 feels safer. Now flip it. Choice A, you lose $50 right now. Guaranteed. Choice B, flip a coin. Heads you lose $100. Tails you lose nothing. Suddenly, most people pick B, the gamble. What just happened? When facing gains, you avoid risk. When facing losses, you seek risk. This is why you won't invest $20, feels like risking a loss. But you'll buy a lottery ticket, feels like avoiding a loss of missing out. Your brain flipped the script on you, and it's costing you a fortune. 30 years of $20 a week on lottery. You lose $25,000 plus in real value. 30 years of $20 a week invested. You gain $113,780. The difference, $138,780. Your brain just cost you a house, a literal house, because it was more afraid of an invisible, unlikely loss than a visible, guaranteed one. Okay, so now you understand the trap. You understand the psychology. You see the villain. Now what? Here's where everything changes. I call this the casino switch. Instead of this old thinking, I'm buying a lottery ticket for $20. Maybe I'll get lucky. It's just entertainment. Shift to this new thinking. I'm buying ownership for $20. becoming the casino, not the gambler. Here's the reframe. Right now, when you buy that lottery ticket, you're the player. You're sitting at the table hoping the house lets you win. And we all know the house always wins. But here's what nobody tells you. When you invest in an index fund, you are the house. You own a piece of 500 companies. You own Apple, Microsoft, Coca-Cola, Walmart, the actual casinos that print money while everyone else plays. When America shops, you profit. When people buy iPhones, you profit. When the economy grows, you profit. You're not gambling on whether you get lucky. You're betting on whether America keeps doing what it's done for 150 years, making money. That's not luck. That's math. The casino switch means you stop asking, "Will I get lucky?" and start asking, "Do I want to own the machine or play against it?" Gamblers rent hope for $20 and walk away with nothing. Owners buy assets for $20 and walk away with equity. Same $20. Completely different game. You're not avoiding risk. You're switching sides. You're going from the sucker at the table to the person who owns the table. Stop playing the lottery. Start being the lottery. All right, enough talk. Let's get tactical. Here are 5 specific steps you're going to take. Not someday, this week. Step 1. Download one investment app. Today, right now. Grab your phone. Download Fidelity or Vanguard. Not Robinhood. We're building wealth, not day trading. Create an account. Takes 8 minutes. Link your bank account. Do not invest yet. Just get the account open. The hardest part is starting. Right now, investing feels abstract. Making the account real makes it possible. Measurable goal. Account created by end of today. Step 2. Invest less than your weekly lottery budget. This week, check how much you spent on lottery tickets last week. Be honest. Let's say it's $20 a week. Open your new investment app. Buy $10 of VOO or VTI. That's an S&P 500 index fund. You're buying America. $10. One time. You just proved to yourself that investing isn't scary. You didn't need $1,000. You literally just bought ownership in 500 companies for less than a large pizza. The psychological win, you're now an investor. Not someone who wants to invest someday. You own stocks. Today. Measurable goal, $10 invested by this Friday. Step 3. Set up a weekly auto transfer. Next Monday. Go into your app settings. Set up automatic investment. $20 every Monday into VOO or VTI. Same $20 you were spending on lottery tickets. Let it run for 90 days without touching it. You're removing the decision. No more, "Should I invest this week?" It just happens. Like your Netflix subscription, except this one makes you richer. You're not asking yourself to be disciplined 52 times a year. You're asking yourself to be disciplined once, the day you set up the automation. Measurable goal. Auto transfer activated by next Monday. Runs for 12 weeks minimum. Step 4. The one-ticket swap rule. Every week, you can still buy lottery tickets. I'm not your dad. But here's the rule. For every lottery ticket you buy, invest the same amount that day. Buy a $5 scratch-off, invest $5 in VOO immediately after. Buy $20 in Powerball, invest $20 before you leave the parking lot. You're reprogramming your brain. Lottery tickets aren't bad. They're just half the equation now. You're playing both sides. You're the gambler and the house. Over time, you'll start feeling the difference. The lottery ticket gives you 10 minutes of hope. The investment gives you 30 years of compound interest. Measurable goal. Match every lottery purchase with an equal investment for 30 days. Step 5. The 90-day blackout rule. Do this now. Open your calendar app. Set a reminder for 90 days from today. Title it. Check. Investment for the first time. Until that day, do not open the app. Seriously, delete it from your home screen if you have to. This is the most important step. Here's why you're scared of investing. You think you need to watch it every day. You imagine yourself panicking when it drops 5%. So don't write it. Get on, close your eyes, and don't open them for 90 days. What will happen? The market will go up some days. The market will go down some days. You will not panic sell because you're not watching. In 90 days, you'll open the app and see about $250 invested, and it'll probably be worth $255 to $265. Small gain, but it's a gain. The revelation. The stock market isn't a scary casino. It's a boring money printer you've been avoiding for no reason. Measurable goal. Do not check account for 90 days. All right, let me bring this home. Here's the thing nobody tells you. The lottery isn't about money. It's about hope. And when you don't believe you can build a better life, buying a dream for $20 feels like the only option you have. But the moment you realize you're not too late, too broke, or too far behind to start, that you can become the casino instead of the customer, everything changes. Your kids won't inherit lottery tickets and crossed fingers. They'll inherit ownership. And that's not luck. That's a decision you make today. If this shifted something in you, if you're sitting there thinking, damn, maybe I've been looking at this wrong, do me a favor, hit that like button so more people see this. Because I guarantee you know someone who needs to hear it. Your cousin, your coworker, that friend who spends $50 a week on scratch-offs but thinks a Roth IRA is too complicated. And if you're someone who opens up investment apps, stares at them for 5 minutes, and then closes them because you have no idea what you're doing, and you're tired of watching your money just sit there losing value to inflation, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Because I explain this stuff like you're my friend, not like you're sitting in an economics lecture. Next week, I'm breaking down exactly why your 401k is leaving thousands of dollars on the table and how to fix it in under 10 minutes. You don't want to miss that one. Now go download that app. Invest that $10. Your future self is counting on you.